Welcome to Be On It, episode 22.
Hey, Jessica, what's going on in the Beehive today?
Debbie, I was just thinking about the holidays and what they mean to me. Just thinking about my kids coming home and how excited I am. I'm decorating for when they come home and creating some memories with them and thinking about what is tradition when it comes to Christmas. For me, I've had to create that because I didn't have holidays that were traditional growing up. I've incorporated things that I thought my family would enjoy and love. Along with my husband, we created Christmas memories. We would go to the Christmas tree farm and cut our own tree. So we had that fresh scent of Christmas tree in our house. And we did that every year. And we have pictures of the kids helping to cut the tree down. And we'd go have hot cocoa.
So, tradition for you meant that there was a lack of experiences around Christmas, like magical and happy experiences around Christmas. And so you had to make your own and create your own sense of what you're going to do for the holiday.
Yes.
Got you.
It's very hard for me to talk about. I feel like as a kid, it was kind of a lonely time and it was a holiday I just tried to get through.
Yeah.
Not that there was never any like fun memories because I would laugh with my cousins and things like that, but I didn't, I don't remember my parents ever taking us to see Santa. There's no pictures. I don't think we ever had a Christmas tree in our home when they were married.
Yeah.
And my dad never celebrated Christmas. My mom did, but I don't remember being over at her house around the holidays until I was a teenager. It's very vague on some of those holiday memories, and there was like no traditions.
Mhm.
What was traditional was on Christmas Eve, we would go to my grandmother's house, and she always decorated a beautiful flocked tree with beautiful ornaments. And we would just have shared family time with all my aunts and uncles and cousins and, laughing and eating good food. And there was like present exchanges, but it wasn't like toys or things like that. It was like they drew names on Thanksgiving when we were there at my grandma's house for Thanksgiving. And then whoever's name they drawn, they'd get a present for. But there was never like this sense of, oh, if I drew a child's name, let's get them a toy or something I think a child of that age would like. I knew very early on that Santa's not coming to my house. So there's just some melancholy behind that for
Yeah.
me. So it's one of those holidays where I feel like it's very commercialized. And for me, I try to make it more about memories and giving to others and having fun experiences rather than presents and creating traditions with my family so they have a happy moment.
Yeah.
It's not always happy for everybody that's celebrating the holidays.
Well, I think you bring up a good point. I mean, when I think about traditional or tradition, and I haven't thought about it much before today, is that I think that we all, in a way, go back and look at our personal experiences. So we're going back in our personal history, we're going down memory lane, and that is going to look different at different stages of your life. Like you, I didn't have Christmas tree and decor when I was a child. I honestly purchased my first Christmas tree as an adult after I had kids. That was the first time I ever had a Christmas tree. I have gone years without a Christmas tree at times too. It is kind of one of those quintessential things that most households in this country have during the Christmas holiday is the Christmas tree. It's like this centerpiece in your house. Not having those common traditional decor items, I think that puts me in a unique situation where I get to choose what's meaningful for me during Christmas time. And I don't like the consumerism and the commercialism of the holiday at all. I really want to get away from that because for me, the significance of Christmas for me, it's religious. It's Jesus's birthday. I really want to make sure that I drive that home for myself and my family because I always kind of wait every year around Christmas time to see what really moves me emotionally. Sometimes that might occur during a concert, like a Christmas concert that, I've attended for my kids' school. that they're a part of. Sometimes my sister and I have done mass gift giving in the past where we've done like granola, or we've done a room deodorizer spray or lip balm holder. We've done pens in the past. We made our own vanilla extract. I always want to be emotionally moved during the holiday or the Christmas season. I kind of anticipate to see what that moment is going to be. And it's all about moments and experiences. It's not about the gifts and all the objects. It's far removed from that for me.
I
And
agree.
from because you and I had in our own way a similar past with having hard times when we were growing up. To me, it's almost like you say, it's almost like, how do I give back to people who are less fortunate? It makes me think that I am in a stable position in order to have a very calm and peaceful Christmas, and be able to give back to others. Like, I'm so blessed to be stable in that way, that life isn't chaotic. I have the ability to make that decision for myself and my family. I am just so thankful to have that stability and that peace during this season. And I am recognizing it and acknowledging that right now.
I agree. I feel like it's a privilege because not everybody has that, and they might not even have traditions, and they might not even have the ability to afford creating traditions. And so I feel like it's really important to give back as well. Um, if I can make one child's dream come true and they get something that they want, that kind of heals a little part of me. I was never asked to make a Christmas list. I always knew Santa wasn't real. So for me, it just heals a little part of me, but it's still one of those holidays that's my least favorite. Although I do enjoy having my kids come home because that is a holiday that my kids will be home for a short amount of time because they have a Christmas break that's a little bit longer for college. And so for me, it's really important as they get older to create these core memories even more so because they're going to grow up, they're going to have jobs, they have spouses that they are off doing other things with during the holidays. And so I don't know how many holidays I'm going to get to spend with them. Sometimes people can't afford to come home during the holidays
Yeah.
or afford to go be with their other family members that are in different states or countries. So I don't know what that's going to look like for our future. So I feel like this is kind of one of our last immediate family times together. And so we're going away to Bend, Oregon, and gonna have some family time. And I'm just like, we have a dinner reservation. I maybe we'll get to play in the snow a little bit and just laugh and maybe play some board games and just look around the town and looking forward to making those core memories
Mhm.
with the kids because I'm just not sure what the future is gonna bring.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Christmas is centered around our kids because when they were younger, it's a new experience, and there's so much anticipation about getting certain things for kids, especially when you're little. It's brand new, like like especially if you're at an age like 4 or 5 and understanding what this is about. It's a new thing. It's exciting. It's fun, and you really want to make it fun. It's something just intriguing and exciting and joyous for your kids. I mean, that whole like process is really exciting to me thinking back.
Oh, yeah, I really enjoyed making cookies and decorating cookies with the kids and leaving cookies out for Santa.
Right. Tell us about your experience of going to Disney for Christmas.
That is a really good memory. It was the week before Christmas. We were going to be coming back to celebrate Christmas Day with my in-laws, but we had a whole week at Disneyland and Universal, and it was decorated for Christmas and just really put you in the mood, and the scents were Christmas. I remember it being
Mhm.
snickerdoodle in the air because you know how Disney does really good job about like making sure you smell like the bakery and things like that. They have scents that they let off. Well, if you don't know, you do now. But it
Okay, I
really
never
puts you in the
noticed.
feels real quick. Yeah. So it was really fun. And I remember that it was just so whimsical and just it was when Harry Potter first opened at Universal, so we it was very themey and wintry and just oh my gosh, it was just so much fun. I just remember there was so much laughter and I just looked at my family and I'm like, "Man, I'm really happy. I'm really
Oh,
happy and in love with my little family." And we took pictures and just had so much fun. And then we got to come back and make more memories on Christmas Day, and I have to say that's probably one of the, best memories I ever have thus
yeah.
far of Christmas.
Sounds amazing. It does feel like you did get carried away with the Christmas spirit that year, huh?
You really do, and for me, I would rather go somewhere and celebrate the holidays and forget about presents, but, like, take that money that you would have spent on your kids and put it towards, like, going somewhere, even if it's local, even if it's just for the day,
Yeah.
and making those memories and making it magical. Memories are forever. Presents, they come and go.
You know what though too, and I this is another reason why I didn't like the commercialism and the consumerism of Christmas. I never wanted it to be like the situation of the discrepancy between the haves and the have-nots. Oh, you get all these Christmas gifts and I only have 2 things, you know? I'd never wanted the emphasis to be on that because material things come and go. They don't,
Right.
you know, they're not important. I think that my kids and my family, we have all the our basic needs met. Anything above and beyond is a privilege. I think that during this holiday season, it's really important. I know we talked about this sense of community and this sense of thinking about people who are less fortunate than us and people who might have had some loss during the holiday season in the past. And just, I think it's important to ask the question of how you're doing, asking people around you. We all know somebody who is, struggling or needs help. So just asking that question because I think it shows that we care and we want to see where they're at. We want to gauge how they're feeling, and then from there we can choose to invite them. We can choose to invite them for coffee or for Christmas dinner, what have you. I think it's really important to look around us and find those opportunities to be a bright light to somebody.
I agree. That's what we did in our household. We had friends that didn't have family nearby, or they just didn't have family. And so we'd
Yeah.
invite them into our house and they would join us. And, it made for more memories to be made. And it just became really fun and something to look forward to. And we'd incorporate playing games or going to the movies afterwards. And yeah, I think it's just, if you're a young kid and you're away at college and you can't afford to come home, finding others that can't come home and creating memories with them just will help you feel less alone because the holidays, especially Christmas, can feel really lonely for some folks. And so I think that, it's a time to come together and help others in need. I think that's really the message. And making core memories. Memories are more important than gifts any day. I think there's so many other holidays that I enjoy more. Like New Year's, you're starting fresh. That's really fun. It's time to celebrate new beginnings. I've always enjoyed New Year's. That's one holiday my dad seemed to celebrate. Like we would get the pots and pans out and we would bang pots and pans at midnight. I have a good memory of laughing about that, making noise and just celebrating New Year's with my kids. We'd get the party streamers and we would put on music. That made me happy.
I feel like I forget a lot of moments. So for me, now that we're having this conversation and talking about it, I think that it would be really meaningful to me if, as a family or a group, or even myself personally, to journal or to write something about the holiday season, like on Christmas Day, like in the evening or even after. Forget a lot of moments and experiences. So for me to process that in that way would be a great thing for me, I think. And I think I want to do that starting this year, 2025.
That's a good goal to have. I think for me, I just want to, this year, I want to ask them, what's a good core memory you have of the holidays? What is your favorite, holiday? What is your favorite memory? I think is what
Yeah,
I'm going to ask them. Because now that they're older, I wonder what will they carry on? What traditions will they create within their families?
right. That's such, I'd be curious to know what they say. You'll have to share that with me
Yeah,
later.
yeah. And I just think about like some other holidays. I always liked 4th of July. I love fireworks. I remember we went down with the kids one year. We went down to Seaside for the day and watched the fireworks on the beach. It was
Oh,
so magical. I loved it.
never
That's
done
a
that.
really good memory of a summer holiday that we celebrated together as a family. And I remember Easter's always being really fun because I loved bunnies and just I remember one year Alpenrose Dairy had the parent that I think it was the moms. The moms could get out there and find Easter eggs for like a prize you could win. And so my kids wanted me to do it. And so I was out there getting Easter eggs, just having so much fun and laughing. We had my in-laws, my sister-in-law at the time was there, my nephew, and we just had a really fun time on Easter and we went out to dinner. Like Easter's we would usually go out to dinner and it was just so much fun. And there
Hmm.
just wasn't this sense of like obligation like there is for me when it comes to Christmas. And so it's those are some of my more favorite holidays that I really enjoy celebrating and decorating for too. Because the kids really like when I decorate for when they were little, when they were home, they loved that I would decorate for each holiday. And so I tried to do that. And I remember one year for St. Patty's Day having little glitter, little elf feet and a little like pot of gold with a rainbow.
Oh.
So the elves came and they brought little presents for them and just little fun things that, I can do to make their day more fun.
We should end by just I know you are in a process of decorating your tree this year because
Yeah.
you're good at decor and color. Let's end with that. Like what you're doing for this Christmas holiday in regards to your tree.
Oh, this year I love coming up with a concept. Now, traditionally in our house, when they were little, we would cut down our Christmas tree and we would choose a new ornament each year to put on the tree. And each person in the house would take turns choosing that ornament. And then we moved away from a real tree to a fake tree, which just was a lot easier to, you know, clean up and stuff. So when they went off to college, I said, "Hey, can I have a chance to decorate and be creative?" And they were fine with that. And so I just started creating themed kind of Christmases. And so I'd come up with a concept and decorate the tree based off that concept. And so this year I was thinking more vintage Christmas, so more of like the burgundy velvets, and I was thinking textures for like the pillow covers. So I was thinking like fuzzy Santa boots and like teddy bear, cocoa brown teddy bear textured pillows and some greens in there and some browns. And so that's kind of what I have going on and some like faux throw blankets that are dark faux fur, just cozy, and it's kind of giving a cozy vibe. So when the kids come home,
Mhm.
they'll see my take on what I decorated for Christmas. Maybe we'll make some ginger cookies and have some cocoa and go to see the zoo lights. That's kind of, and I'm sure they'll be going to see friends as well, but
Mhm.
that's kind of what I have in mind for the kids.
I love your vision and I love all the textures that you're incorporating to this year's decor. That sounds
Oh, thank
very
you.
cozy.
Yeah, that's what I try to do, like a sense of warmth, and you don't want your house to feel not inviting. So I want to invite my kids back as much as I
There
can
you
because I know they're
go.
getting older.
And like you say, you're creating memories.
Creating memories, exactly. What do you guys have this year that you're incorporating?
We're doing the Secret Santa amongst my family, my sister's family. And then for decor, I brought out the tree. I bought a few more ornaments this year. I really like those ceramic ornaments that I've had in years past. Those are just classic and they never get old. And this year we're just gonna, keep it low key, go to a candlelight service on Christmas Eve. I might join you for Christmas lights at the zoo if time permitting, if we can go. And keeping it low key. And like I say, I really want to make sure that I timestamp this year's Christmas in my brain by writing a little something for myself so I can remember it.
I love that. That sounds really good. I think that, keeping that in mind, making memories is what's important about the holidays. If you guys like what we're all about, please join us next time and happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We are all about community. Join our community by following and subscribing to Be On It through YouTube, Instagram, and of course, your podcasting platform so we can continue to bring Be On It to you. Just so you know, this is for entertainment purposes only. We are speaking from our lived experiences and are not licensed therapists.